Hi guys, it's Thursday, May 14th. I want to thank all of you that showed up yesterday for our school office hours. We just start out like asking if anyone has any questions, clarifications, and then if not, we just hang out and talk, and that's what happened most of the time for all the sessions is we just socialize, talk about what's going on, what have they been doing, that kind of stuff. So please join us next week. It'll be great. The times will be posted the same times as always. You always go into the distance learning folder and it's right at the top. There's a link and it's always visible right before the time, but you have to show up at that time. So going on for today, learning targets. I can determine credible versus non-credible sources to use for research. I can identify or generate a controversial topic of interest to use for my embedded assessment, which is your slideshow. I can begin to research a topic of controversy for my embedded assessment. The first thing you're going to do after watching this video is you're going to look through Mrs. Nelson, our media specialist, her lesson about researching. So it's a slideshow with some videos embedded in it. And then you're going to do this. I have a list of topics to show you, and I'll talk about that in 1 second. But a couple things I want to point out for Mrs. Nelson's lesson. Again, I'm not going to go through. If you look over here, there's 10 slides. I need you to read through all of them. The first video is on slide 5, and it's a brain pop one. So one of the things is she says you might have to log in with Clever, and I did this. I went through her slideshow. I read everything. I tried this. When I did click on this, it did have me log in with Clever or Google, and I did. And then it brought me just to the brain pop page, and it wasn't necessarily this video. So then I just exited out, and I came back to the slide and clicked on it, and it went right to the movie and started playing it. So if you're having problems, that's how I fixed it for me. Again, reading all her slides and then watching her video on slide 8 for sure, because she's going to show you on our school webpage how to find credible sources and which sites have the best ones. And you'll want to look at this before you decide your topic, because some of the sites she gives you, you go there and they'll give you the topic and they tell you what the claim and the counterclaims are. They list them all out for you, and that's what you're going to have to do for your assignment on Fridays. You're going to have to put your topic and list 5 claims, 5 counterclaims. And some of the sites she show you, they literally do it all for you. So always good to research that and look at what ones, a topic that interests you, and make sure that you can find claims and counterclaims and with evidence underneath it. So make sure you watch this, because very, very helpful. It'll make your job way easier to do the assignments and the slideshow at the end. So again, go through her whole slideshow. And then when you're done and you look at these different sources too, on our daily folder for the day, here's what your homework assignment is you're going to look at, we put some topics together, the English teachers, and I don't know why it's not coming back. Thank you. We put some topics to you with claims and counterclaims for you to look through and see if there's one there you would like to do. Now, if there's a topic you are really strong about and it wasn't listed here, you'll want to make sure that it's in any of those sites that Mrs. Nelson shared with you to make sure it's one. And then you're going to have to submit it to me and let me know what the topic is and what the claim and counterclaim is, so that you can I can approve it or not. So here it says, read through this list of topics, claims, and counterclaims below. Once you've had a chance to read through, begin researching those that interest you most and find evidence for your claim. You're not going to be writing down the evidence or do anything with that. You're just looking to see and make sure that they have good evidence that you could use to do your project, okay? So at this point, you're not writing it down, but you just want to make sure that there's resources that can give it to you so when you have information, all right? So after researching, choose and highlight one you will research and present for your embedded assessment. So if I click on this, it should come up. And I think, I'll double check, but I thought I put this in as an assignment. So if I didn't, it'll be fixed by then. You're just going to go through the same directions that I just read, and you're going to highlight which one you want. Video game, violence, homework policies, and here are the different claim and counterclaims. Now, if you choose to work with a partner, meaning a peer from your own class period, one of you will have to present the claim, and one of you will have to present the counterclaim. Even if you don't believe it, you each have to do one. You can't both do the same one, otherwise it's not a debate, right? So you'll have to flip a coin or do whatever, because you have to present the other side. Those of you doing it alone, you're only going to present one side, but you will just list what the claim and counterclaims are, but you're only giving evidence for one of them. So keep that in mind, but here's a list, and you're just going to highlight it and submit it, and I don't know if I actually did this as a assignment, so I got to fix that if I didn't. And that's your thing for tomorrow. So you want this picked out because we're going to use this information the next day to write down all the claims and counterclaims, and that'll be a different assignment. So that'll be on Friday. Okay, so your job is just to watch Mrs. Nelson's videos and read her slideshow, and then look through those places to see which one that interests you the most and where you can actually find evidence. All right? See you later.